Hello, how do you set stop losses and targets using only trend lines and support and resistance lines? I don't set stop losses when I'm swing trading. For instance, we have fast here. I purchased it in November 2024 and it went up a little bit and then pulled back. I kept it in our portfolio until it became positive and reached all-time new high somewhere there, and we sold it and made few dollar profit on that. But then it continued higher up before now it start going down. We are using maximum daily chart here. We have the price on the y-axis from 0 up, and we have the date on the s-axis from the past to the present. When I pick this, for instance, and I come back to our record spreadsheet, we have fast that we purchased in November for $83.30 share, and it went it has a stock split, and we end up owning 60 shares for half the price. And when it went up, reached a new high, we sold it and made $41 profits, total of 69 cents profit per share. We paid a penny for it, and that was a profit. So for that reason, we do not set stop losses. We just keep our stocks until they become positive, and we sell them when we are comfortable with the profit they have in it. Another example we can pick here is DHI. We purchased DHI in November 2024, and we have not sold it yet. So when we go back and look at it, so DHI, we purchased it somewhere there in September. You can see the price when I put my mouse on that arrow. It pulled back, went up, and pulled back to the value line and start going up from there. So we just let it be. Doing it since we know at some point it's going to go past where we purchase it and we resell it. But at the same time, we learn from that experience so that we do not buy that higher again, but we buy at the value line, at the line that we assume will be the line it will pull back to when it's done going up to be where we want to buy. And currently is around this value line, but because it's about 3.5 years long, we prefer this to be the value line. We will prefer to buy at this one or this one. I'm going to color this one as well. And I have a feeling like this at some point it might be done with it. But here's the thing though, if I activate this, we can see if it's going to touch base with this. It's going to. So this is long. It's a long value line. Here it went a little bit below, just like the way here it went a little bit below it. So it's right there at that value line. We'll go back to maximum daily chart, and it's going down right now, probably to pull back to it. So that will be a time for us to buy some share again, because again, when you look at the overall, stocks is uptrending, it's not going anywhere. So therefore, we will try to buy some more, and just because it's at the value line, we want to buy. It could go down even further. If it comes down here, we want to buy some more share, we will buy some more share. So that is, you need to pick stocks that you like, that you think they are very stable, strong stocks with growth in them to swing trade. So that when you pay a high price like that because you misjudge the support line you are trying to buy at, and it's done with that support line and pull back, you just let it be in your portfolio to become an investment. and at some point it will come back to that level and surpass it, and you can sell it. Another example, let's see if we can find another one in 2024. That's okay. So I'm seeing this one in 2024 that we sold, but we sold it quickly too though. So GIB, we bought it in 2024 October for 115. We sold it in January for 119. So we can take a look at it. GIB, and I think we bought it again. Have not recorded yet because it touched base with that value line and we bought it again. But that is the last one that I'm talking about. We purchased it there. It was just too high up, probably following this support line, that short option line. That's what we did in 2024. Got stuck in it. It pulled back a little bit and went up from there. Few times it reached higher highs there, and we sold it. And for 119, and we made $77 profit from it. So those are few instances, you know, and it's not the only one. We have this one as well. So we made some profit in it, in those. So that is why I do not set stop losses for those stocks. I just try to learn from those mistakes and do better by judging where I want to buy. One, second, by picking quality stocks to put in our watch list. So when we go back to GIB, for instance, we purchased it. We have arrows. The arrow facing upward shows where we bought. Arrows facing downward show where we sold. So we bought it right there last week perhaps, and right around the valley line here. So that is how we learn from this experience and decided that, you know, in 2025 we are going to buy at a long uptrend line, the valley line, the line passing by the valley of the mountain or passing by the higher lows of the charts. And when they pull back, we bought some shares there. It will take a while before it will go up. We'll buy at that valley line and sell it after a new high is reached. And it can be on the rise for some years. And we have about 2.5 or so rise here for this one. But that is just an example. So we use, again, for the second part of this question, we use uptrend lines passing by the lows, the higher lows of the chart. I like to call it the valley line to be our entry point, and we like to sell it after a new high is reached. That is our exit point, because we use maximum is important, maximum. Then daily chart, it shows us all-time highest price in the history of these stocks, and we use that to be the benchmark by default where we want to sell. Is when we'll consider selling a stock. Once it breaches that gap, we'll start thinking about, do we want to stay in the trade longer or exit it? So we don't really use resistant line, although some stocks tend to use previous resistance to be a support line, but we do not use horizontal support line to be entry point for us. We use uptrend lines, support line to be our entry point. It gave us a sense that that stock has growth at the valley and has growth at the top. And you will see a better when we go to maximum monthly chart. So we want to see growth at the valley. So the lows are getting higher and higher as you are going to the present. This low is lower than this one, or this low is higher than this one. This low is higher than this one. So the lows are getting higher and higher as you are going to the present, and the mountain top are getting taller and taller and taller as you are getting close to the present. So we want growth on both sides of the charts, and those are the stocks we want to put in our watch list to analyze. And if we happen to pick a value line to buy at, and it turned out to be a support line supporting upside wall of the mountain is claiming, we might get stuck in it. It will be unrealized loss in our portfolio. We just let it be there like an investment until it's done going down and start going up, surpass where we purchased and getting higher and higher and create a new high, and we can decide if we want to sell it or remain in the trade even longer. And as it pull back to a value line, we might decide to buy some more before it's even ready to start going up. Those are things we do, and that is how I swing trade. That is how I use uptrend line, support line, and you can say resistant line. But again, I don't make judgment based on resistant line. But sometimes I can feel, when I feel like a stock is now really pulling back to the value line and start going up, I will see where it start going up. If there is, a resistant line there that is a previous peak mountain that is trying to use as a support line and go up from there instead of going lower. But yeah, there are some stocks that display that pattern, but in overall, I like to wait for them to touch base with the value line that I like to buy at, unless it has previous experience that it does not get too close to that value line. And again, the value line is not a turning line, it's an area. So therefore, yes, if I feel like sometimes it does not quite touch base with the line that I traced, but it will be around that area, I can make my move and buy some shares. So, and that is how we do it. It's not 100% proof or anything. It is a learning process so that we can get better. But you don't want to wait until you are perfectly better or the best before you start. It's not a competition to be the best swing trader. I'm just trying to make money on the side beside my job by putting some of our paycheck to work for us and make money to generate a stream of income outside of our paycheck. I'm not trying to be the best at swing trading or anything, not at all. I just set my goals and trying to reach it. My goals are my targets that I'm competing to reach, not somebody else. So, on that note, we are going to analyze some stocks because it all comes down to having the best stocks on your watch list to swing trade with. So we are going to analyze some today to see if any is good for 2026 watch list. The first one is SCCO. Using maximum monthly chart, we are going to see a lot of years in front of us, and then we are going to trace our value lines. Again, for the stock to be good, it needs to have higher lows at the valley, higher, and higher highs at the peak. This will be too close, so we are going to leave there. We can stay from here. It's going to go there, and I think that's pretty much it. We have those two. So now let's see if we are getting higher mountain, taller mountain. Yes, it took some years before it breached this one though. Then when it did it here, 3 years or so, and then it pulled back and did it again about 2 years or so, and went all the way and pulled back and did it again. So yes, we have taller mountain, and the highest one is this year, so that's good. It's showing growth at the top, it's showing growth at the bottom as well. We have higher lows. So yes, for 2020 this is watch list. And where are we going to buy? It's going to be this value line, and right now is nowhere near it yet. So yes, for this one. And on that note, I think we are going to put good chart for it. So the next one is WPM. So So WPM, let's trace some lines here. It's close. This one will be 2 unless I take it from here. You just want to keep tracing those higher lows, tracing your uptrend and passing by the lows, the obvious V bottom that you can see, and you want to connect the closest to if possible and see if there's some others that will touch base with it. And as I'm looking at this, we have quite a bit of fill. Now let's see the mountain. Like this, for this peak, it took quite a bit of years. Every dotted line here is year. It took quite a bit of years before it breached it. So when it breached it, it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years or so to breach it again. So and this year it breached it. So this will be the value line though. If you buy, this will be the value line. And when I'm looking at it, this will be more like a short-term investment type of scenario. It takes some years. It took about 2 years or so to come down, and from that point it continued. It took 2 years to come down about it came back down here and started going. So 3 years on the making here. So, and I don't know if this time it's going to take less than 2 years to come down or not, but 2 years to go up, 3 years 2 years to go down, 3 years to go up. And it takes quite a bit of time to go up. So let's see how much growth it. Here we have $28. Here we have 114. So we can take the calculator here and say 114 divided by 28. So that is 4 times your money. So if in 3 years it will 4 times your capitals, then you might consider it. So we are going to say yes to it and say it is a short-term investment because it's not something you'll buy and sell at the same year. And to buy it is going to be at this value line, because I think this is like supporting the wall that is claiming this is a long value line as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and 3 years to go up, 2 years to go down. So chances that you're not going to find it in 2026 to buy, but who knows, it might come back down in a year. So this is going to be a yes, but it's going to be short-term investment, and we are going to put down that 2 years to go down, 3 to 5 years to go up. Okay, for it. So the next one is NUE. So NUE, let's trace some lines here to see if we have higher lows at the valley. I can tell you that I'm not seeing a good valley lines here. So this is higher lows, but it dipped quite a bit here during the pandemic though, and then went up, pull back, and start going up from there. So let's look at the valley lines, the top of the mountain. It took quite a bit of year to it seems like this could be during 2008 crashes, it went up there instead of going down, but then took for the longest time, it was kind of stable, and then dipped during the pandemic and continue going up from there all the way to 2024 and pull back and start going up. So it seems to me that these stocks, I'm not sure what it does, but it seems to me that when there is economical crisis, it tends to thrive. So unlike some others, it tends to thrive. So that means it will have like a beta that will be the opposite of the regular one. So it tends to go to pretty much to thrive during recessions in some way. So I don't know from here, when it touch base with this one, I don't know where it's going from here. This could be one to keep in the back burner that maybe during a recession it might be thriving, could be a time to buy. But other than that, I'm not really seeing a good growth here that I can rely on like the others. So on that note, I'm going to say no to it. Nothing against it per se. I'm not seeing a reputable pattern here that I can rely on. So I'm going to put a note on here. For some reason, I put a good chart there, and I think I threw it in 2024. Not entirely sure, but anyway, I'm going to put another note here. That's why it's good to date it, your notes. Thrives during recessions. As that. And I'm going to take this good out of there and just leave it blank. So the next one we are going to analyze is STLD. So this one, let's trace some lines here. Okay, interesting. It seems to be following this one. Let's see. Okay, it took a while for that to breach this mountain though. From there, it became easier. Excuse me. So it dipped in 2020, and then started going up from there and was going higher and higher and higher. I don't know if at some point it's going to come down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years in the making. So yeah, we have higher highs here, and we saw multiple touch points with this valley line. So it is a yes, there is a growth here that we can see. We have higher lows and we have higher mountain as well. So yes, for this one, and if we are going to buy, it's going to be at this valley line. Okay, so another one is RS. So let's trace some lines here. It has very good touch point with that line. I like it when some stocks respect their valley lines, their uptrend valley lines. So it touch base with this quite a bit, and touch base with this the past 6 years or so as well. Although we have some horizontal things going on here, and this year it reached an all-time high again and then pull back. Is right around this valley line. I don't know if he's going to use this as a valley line or if he's going to come down, but right now is right there. Is the time to buy a share or so. If he come back down here where we get stuck in it, and we might buy some more shares. So this we'll go here and we'll see, and you see is right there around that valley line. So and we have higher mountain as well. So yes, for this one, and this is going to be our entry point. Alternatively, this could be a possibility just in case it comes down that low. So that is a yes. Another one is WELL. Let's raise some loans here. Interesting is using this value loan. Although in 2020 it breached it. Yeah, don't think I'm going to be tracing anything higher. No. Clearly this is the value line. Let's see the mountain. Yeah, the mountain is getting taller and taller, but kind of close to each other though, and here is just went all the way high. Again, I'm not sure what this company does, but yes, for 2026 watch list, and that will be where we are going to buy. When it's going to come down there, I have no idea. For right now, it's shooting up. But yes, so we are going to come down here, and this is a good chart. I think there is one that we come across that is it RS? Yeah, RS. So we will need to pull it to the side because it's right there where we should buy some share. So we'll add it to the one we are coming across that we need to buy now. Let's do peak. PEAK. Okay. Does not even want to open it for us. Let's copy and paste it. Let's do RS. And let's do peak. Maybe the name change. What is the name? Health Peak Properties. Well, we cannot find it. So PEA is right there. But for some reason, the chart is now opening for us, so we are not going to analyze it today. Okay, let me just put it back to that. Okay, so this concludes today's chart analysis, and out of the one that we pick, there is this peak and NUE that we didn't select to be a part of 2026 watch list. So thank you so much, with RS being right there where you can buy some share if you're interested. Thank you so much for your time. We thank you very much for all your comments, and thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, Girls of Liberman Consulting, L.L.C, YouTube channel, and NASDAQ.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just start small and grow your account from there. And we organize a small group online workshop at liberdownload.com where we listed. If you are interested, will please check it out. If you are, you are looking for a small group workshop where you can practice analyzing stock to see if a stock is well positioned for you to buy some shares, that is what that workshop is about. And the next one is next coming Saturday. Thank you for your time. For more tips on how you can create your own watch list, will you please check the playlist in the description of this video, as well as the online workshop link as well. Thank you.